3. True pizza stories. Imagine biting into your favorite pizza, savoring the melty cheese and crispy crust, only to find yourself in a nightmarish scenario that you couldn't have ever imagined. These are not just urban legends, but true accounts that will make you think twice before your next pizza night. Let's dive into the spine-chilling tales of 3 pizza horror stories that are guaranteed to keep you on the edge of your seat. Story 1. The Haunted Pizzeria. In the small town of Blackwood, there lies an old pizzeria that has been a local favorite for decades. However, behind its cheerful exterior and mouth-watering pies, there is a dark secret that haunts its walls. Back in the 1980s, Blackwood Pizzeria was owned by a man named Mr. Thompson, who mysteriously disappeared one stormy night. The locals whispered tales of how his spirit roamed the pizzeria, but most brushed it off as mere superstition. One evening, a group of teenagers decided to spend the night at the pizzeria, determined to debunk the ghost stories. They brought along a Ouija board, skeptical but curious. As midnight approached, they began hearing strange noises, the sound of pizza cutters scraping, footsteps, and whispers. The temperature dropped suddenly, and the lights flickered. In the kitchen, they found a pizza box with fresh toppings laid out in a pattern that spelled "leave." The words appeared to have been made by an unseen hand, as no one was near the box when it happened. One of the teenagers, Sarah, felt a cold breath on her neck and turned to see the ghostly figure of Mr. Thompson standing behind her, his eyes filled with sorrow. Terrified, they tried to escape, but the doors were jammed. The ghostly figure of Mr. Thompson appeared again, warning them to leave his pizzeria forever. He revealed that he had been murdered by a jealous rival, and his spirit could not rest until justice was served. The teens finally managed to break free, vowing never to return. The pizzeria, now abandoned, stands as a chilling reminder of the night they encountered Mr. Thompson's restless spirit. Story 2. The Pizza Delivery Nightmare. For many, the sight of a pizza delivery person at the door is a moment of joy. But for one delivery driver, a routine job turned into a night of terror. Tommy was a pizza delivery driver in the bustling city of Chicago. One night, he received an order to deliver to an address in a desolate part of town. Despite his reservations, he proceeded with the delivery, eager to finish his shift. When he arrived, the house was eerily quiet and appeared abandoned. As he knocked on the door, it creaked open by itself. Inside, the house was dark, and an overwhelming sense of dread washed over him. Suddenly, he heard a child's laughter echoing through the halls. He called out, but no one responded. As Tommy explored the house, he discovered a room filled with old pizza boxes and pictures of previous delivery drivers who had gone missing. Panic set in as he realized he was not the first to be lured to this location. He rushed to leave, but found himself face to face with a shadowy figure. The figure whispered, "You shouldn't have come here," before everything went black. Tommy woke up the next morning in the middle of a nearby park, his uniform torn and covered in dirt. He was found by a jogger who called the authorities. When he recounted his experience, no one believed him, thinking he had simply had a bad night. However, the pictures of the missing delivery drivers were real, and Tommy's story matched with other unsolved cases in the area. Determined to find answers, Tommy started his own investigation. He discovered that the house belonged to a man named Richard, who had a dark history of mental illness and violence. Richard had lured delivery drivers to his home, believing they were agents sent to spy on him. The house was later condemned, but the mystery of what happened to the other delivery drivers remains unsolved. Story 3. The Possessed Pizza. Sometimes the horror isn't in the place or the people, but in the very food itself. This is the story of a cursed pizza that brought terror to everyone who dared to eat it. In 2012, a new pizzeria called Diablo's Slice opened in New Orleans, known for its unique and spicy pizzas. However, patrons soon began experiencing bizarre and terrifying hallucinations after consuming their signature Hellfire Pizza. One night, a group of friends ordered Hellfire Pizza for a fun night in. As they ate, they started feeling uneasy. Moments later, they were gripped by terrifying visions, seeing demonic faces in the cheese and hearing sinister voices whispering their deepest fears. One by one, the friends were driven to madness, each experiencing their own horrific encounters. One saw the walls bleed, another felt hands grabbing at them from under the table, and the last saw his friends' faces distort into grotesque monsters. Desperate for answers, they discovered that the pizzeria was built on an old burial ground, and the ingredients for the Hellfire Pizza were sourced from a cursed field. The pizzeria's owner, Mr. Diablo, was rumored to have made a pact with dark forces to ensure his business's success. The curse was said to bring prosperity at the cost of the patron's sanity. The friends sought help from a local priest, Father Michael, who performed an exorcism on the pizzeria. The ritual was intense, with objects flying around the room and ghostly apparitions appearing. In the end, Father Michael managed to cleanse the place, but warned the friends to avoid anything associated with the pizzeria. Diablo's Slice was shut down shortly after, but the legend of the possessed pizza lives on, with some saying that the cursed recipe still exists somewhere, waiting for its next victim. These stories serve as a chilling reminder that sometimes our favorite comfort foods can come with a side of terror. Whether it's a haunted pizzeria, a delivery gone wrong, or a cursed meal, the world of pizza holds more than just delicious flavors. It harbors dark secrets waiting to be uncovered. So, the next time you crave a slice, remember these tales and think twice before you take that first bite. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, do let me know in the comments section. Subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will see you in the next one.